Well, it's July 9th and we're starting to get concrete, which is good to see some of the holes and the stuff in the house actually being filled back in instead of dug out. So pretty sure they got all of the piers poured today. The engineers were out to inspect the pour and make sure everything was done per the requirements they had set out. But the good news is the holes should all pretty much be filled in now, so we don't have to worry about any of the dirt falling back in and causing problems. And the crew will most likely start working on all the forms or finishing up a lot of the forms tomorrow. So hopefully by relatively early next week we'll be in a position to do the inspection on the forms and the rebar for the house itself, and then get the foundation poured. And then after a couple days of drying, we'll be ready to go. So things are definitely moving along. And of course, you know, today of all days, in the middle of July and the middle of a drought, it's raining a little bit. So more than anything, it's just kind of dripping slowly, but hopefully it's not enough to kind of soak this wood or have any trouble with the ceiling. More than anything, it's just misting, but we'll have to keep an eye on that and watch the forecast. So it figures, you know, it won't rain in the wintertime when it's supposed to, but start a construction project and want to keep something nice, and you know, then of course it would rain. So they managed to get these piers here in the middle of the house drilled out, I believe, you know, yesterday or the day before, and got them in really quickly too, which is good. So that won't hold up or delay any of the rest of the foundation work in the middle of the house, because we had some delays getting that temporary support for the roof built out. And just, yeah, more of the piers here filled in. Looks like they got them all poured, which is good news. So the concrete's all in and done. The inspections during the pour should have happened. So I think we're in pretty good shape to get the framing finished up and start getting a foundation back in. So we're moving right along, which is good. Still, you know, probably a week or so later than we'd like to be from the new schedule. Had a couple hiccups with just, you know, things that had to be kind of redone a little bit, but overall we're at least moving forward and getting a lot of stuff done. So it'll be nice to get the rest of the forms in, get those inspected, because there is a lot of rebar in the foundation itself. Might be kind of hard to tell from looking here, but there's going to be a lot of metal in there, so that all has to get inspected to make sure that they do it right and have the right spacing and all that kind of good stuff. But they do pretty quick work on that, so that's moving along. And hopefully by mid next week all the concrete will be in, probably late next week at the very latest, and then we'll be in a position to get the framers out here. So it'll be nice to see the actual structure of the house going back in and starting to kind of fill out what everything's going to look like when we're all done. So we'll see how it goes.